Story there by Curie. To another story, the U.S. government now wants Rwanda to withdraw its troops from DRC and that the M23 rebel group lays down its arms. The United States has made it its business to bring peace to the Democratic Republic of Congo as it seeks to cash in on its minerals. U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday, through his advisor on Africa, Masad Boulos, made it clear that he expects a swift resolution to the security crisis plaguing Eastern DRC to make it possible for American private investors to move in.
President Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of the Congo has a powerful ally in U.S. President Donald Trump, who on Thursday demanded Rwanda immediately withdraws its troops from the DRC and that the rebel group M23 lays down its arms.
Now he expects all parties to demonstrate that readiness through action.
President Trump's advisor on African affairs, Masad Boulos, father-in-law to his daughter Tiffany, who met with President William Ruto earlier this month, announced in a press briefing on Thursday that the U.S. and Congo were pursuing a minerals deal.
President Tshisekedi and I discussed a minerals deal. Of course, we need a more stable environment to achieve this objective.
President Tshisekedi has been dangling the carrot of minerals at President Trump in a strategy to outsmart President Paul Kagame, with whom he is engaged in a war of words prior to a meeting in Qatar last month and alleged armed conflict.
The U.S. position is that the M23 must lay down their arms and Rwandan forces must withdraw from the DRC. The United States does have quite a bit of tools at its disposal that it can and will use if need be.
The DRC is possessed of 70% of the world's cobalt and coltan, critical to the powering of smart devices.
Following our discussions with conflict participants, M23 pulled back from the town of Walikale.
China, with whom the U.S. is currently engaged in a trade war, has been DRC's primary partner in minerals extraction, in infrastructure for minerals deals that go back to 2007. China recently placed restrictions on the export of its rare earth minerals to the U.S. The European Union called for withdrawal of Rwanda's troops from the DRC and an end to cooperation with M23. The European Parliament called for the suspension of its minerals deal with Rwanda. As for an African solution to an African problem,
we highly appreciate their efforts. They've been trying and doing their best for a very long time, for many years. Just like President Trump expressed, and I said earlier in my opening statement, we do expect and hope and expect that this will end very, very quickly.
And as for Rwanda's concerns over the FDLR,
they have to feel safe from any such threats, whether they are actual or perceived.
Olive Burrows, Citizen TV.